Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our Close Meetings. How are you doing? It's been a while. Great. Thank you so much once again. So today, what we're going to be talking about now, I've already done this video. It's like a follow-up to a video I've done already. For some reason, I only posted it on YouTube, not on my other social media platforms. So I think 3 days ago, I decided to post them on Facebook and Instagram and then TikTok. And on one of them, somebody asked a question, and I'm going to answer that question on this video right about now. So this is the whole situation. A man was complaining that his wife was nagging him, and his wife was comparing him to other people. His wife was expecting him to change from who he is to something else that would please her, and he's not comfortable with that. And with all that happening, he's convinced within himself that his wife has lost interest in him. The wife has lost love for him. She doesn't love me anymore. So he called me and wanted to find out what I thought. Now this is what I told him. I told him that she's complaining rather than keeping quiet is proof that she has not fallen out of love with you yet. Women naturally are expressive. We are much more expressive of our emotions than men ever will be. A woman usually wants to be heard. And when a woman is in a relationship with you, she wants to be the center of your world. She wants to be the center of all the attention in your world. And so if at some point she's nagging at you, then it means that she's not being heard on a certain level. She probably wants you to do something you're not doing. She probably wants you to behave in a certain way you're not behaving. She probably wants you to be something that she thinks you can actually modify to suit her needs, to make her happy, but you are not doing it. Sometimes it's an active decision not to do it, or sometimes an unconscious decision not to do it. And the woman would express her discomfort. So the woman will tell you, don't put these things I've been telling you, don't put them here. I've been telling you, why are you always coming late? Why do you stay up late? Why this? You have to be When a woman is always like that, she simply is calling for your attention, which she is not getting, and that's what is making her seem like nagging. Men aren't generally like that. A man would rather not. Generally, men want to be quiet. They don't want to be talking things or anything. They will tell you once, do this. If you don't do it, they may try to find a way to do it or whatever. But of course, when you are also the center of his attention, and you've made it so clear that you're the center of his attention, at any point, he would also want to draw your attention to the fact that he wants you to listen. And sometimes they'll say, I've been saying this, do this for me. People, when you're in a relationship with people and they keep expressing their emotions, when they are triggered, it tells you that they are into the relationship, that they want you, and they want you to pay attention to them. Of course, there could be times where that could be abused, where they would constantly be nagging, becomes excessive, and that is going to be very terrible. Living with a very obnoxiously nagging person. On the flip side, when a woman is not interested in what you are doing anymore, when a woman is not complaining about the things you've been doing, that's got her nagging and got her talking and got her shouting. She doesn't complain anymore. That should be a source of worry. You know why? Because at that point, she could care less. She has comforted herself. She has come to terms with the reality, and she has shut down that trigger button, so that will not trigger her anymore, and her emotion for that particular thing is dead. It means that emotionally she doesn't really care whether you listen or not. She has found her own peace and she's okay. And if it extends to intimacy, where the woman is now not interested in any form of intimacy at all with you, that should rather be a sort of concern for you, because at that point she has weighed her options. She had looked at the end of the scenario, and she has comforted herself with the outcome, and she has realized she can live with the outcome, and so she's ready for whatever that might happen, and you are no more the center of her world, and she can move on. Then you realize, why should I know it doesn't seem to care anymore about whether or not I come. It doesn't care anymore. If I associate with this man, she doesn't care anymore. If I associate with this lady, she doesn't care anymore. And if I don't come back home early, she doesn't complain anymore. That should rather be a source of concern or alarm for you, because at that point you know that she has comforted herself. She has come to terms with herself. And emotionally, she has taken charge of her emotions, and you cannot control emotions anymore, and she doesn't care. So what I'm saying is that if your wife nags, and I know that nagging can be obnoxious sometimes, listen to why she's nagging, and if you can try, and as much as it is within your power. Try to come to terms with her and try to see if you can, just adjust and accommodate and cope with the situation. If you can't, to let them understand that I cannot be all this. I'm trying. That's as far as I can do, because you'd rather she complained and had you in that position of confidence and trust and fear of losing you, so she'd want to keep you, than her not caring about losing you or not being worried about what happened to you or doesn't happen to you anymore. At that point, you know that she has lost it. She doesn't care. She has comforted herself and she's fine.